May 12th, 2017. This is the Minnesota River as it goes past the lower Sioux Agency, not too far from Morton in Minnesota. This is the major thoroughfare coming through the area here, the Minnesota River itself. This is a ferry crossing. The trail, which goes up this slope right here, is very steep. There's another trail that takes about 2 miles to get up to the agency, which isn't so steep. This one's only about 500 yards. But this is across the river here. This is where the ferry would go back and forth, ferrying people over here. Then there was a road on the far side that went over to Fort Ridgely, and then for all the way down to Mankato and Fort Snelling. And this is the scene of the first part of the fighting in the Sioux War. Not this exact spot. I was up at the agency itself. But you can hear the river. You can hear a little bit of the creek just next to it, just right over here to your left. And this was also the scene of some fighting. Soldiers from Fort Ridgely came here. I believe it was Lieutenant Marsh. And there's some controversy as to whether or not one of the local Dakotas told them it was safe to come across, go ahead, and then when they started coming across, they were attacked by the Sioux, or the Sioux said it was not safe, and it's hard to tell. Different people said different things. But fighting took place here, and several soldiers were killed in the fighting trying to get across the river. As you can imagine, it leaves them in a very small location for a period of time. You can see some animal tracks coming up here. Lots of dead trees. Not lots of dead trees, some dead trees. Growing things. Nursery logs, I think they call them. But it is a peaceful setting, but definitely the river is running. You can see down here in the water little bitty tiny whirlpools, no bigger than maybe a quarter, and they're from the creek coming up, and then they just sort of twirl themselves and then just dissipate right there in front of you. All right, from the lower Sioux Agency near Morton, Minnesota. Travels with Phil, back to you.